once the final report has been brought to us, we will review and then take it to council. And then once we receive council's blessing to trigger the proposed sanctions, we do so. Then conflict zone.
Wopeni ewie ye enode to aso se enkwadae mundie we eyefutu wa wadwen se wukotu esika e de ma obi se ye bre wapo no to wadwen afi we de enya de bi ebesi.
Urge all students to prepare very well for the examinations. There is no need for students to panic or fear or be anxious because the questions will definitely come from the syllabus or the curriculum. The questions will therefore be within their experience. They should not expect external help in the exams room or APO because we will do everything possible to ensure that students don't get APO. APO doesn't find its way into the exams hall.
Uko PM ewo Ghana Education Service penia wono eda womu enim ebodwuma ama Ghana disua konkan obinfu Ernest Kofi Davis ne eni etie no.
Child Rights International eba adwumakoya ene ese wonum sorry agina na wadi ama mofra wo Ghana ene mpo wiase afa na nyina no eye ade a wonum ani gi ho pa ye na sabre womo de ekọ ama mpanimfo titiriw wonum a ekobase akwada bi enya asem sesabio pani bi afefe no anase wode na afa kwan bi a edi kwase ade abofra bi fa so a wonum eka ho asem no wo se eya ne kodi court a ehun kobra no eche enti etiminya nsunsanso ahodo bebre na nsunsanso etiminya no ene se nipa na asabe odi abofra no anyambra asem no sadia ache wo koto no nti wotimi hu sanya de asabe ebekwa akosi hu enti wanam wa mema na metri so eye sanso na pepepe ye ene nokra na enkoso biem afenso abofra sa koto ye de ne ko na ye de ne ba ni suku ne dada brabo no eye ana ntwitwa bi ewo mu a ne nyina no entumi mua na adwene mu nso sane ohun niama ne nea wafam no se kobase atentene ne anya adwuma ntem ama yentu abofra nefo ama na adwene mu ana ho a na ede ohaw bebrebe aba enunti Child Rights International sorry ede akwa ama ban ne mpanimfo nyina se wobesere ekobase abofra bi asem beto court a wonyina so na ntem so no wonni asem no na afi pepepe yo entumi enkoso ye kwa panimpa a wono ne da wonoma no eye owura bright apia na wachire nsem no mu yi amaye.
For visiting the court is 600 to 960. So just imagine that they will do this, they will go to court every month of the year. So if the case spans to maybe 12 months, you can imagine the losses that the family will incur on a particular case. So we estimated that 1,050 to 2,540 will be the cost that the family need to spend to be able to get justice. And we feel that this will put a lot of burden on the families. And the impact on the children is so huge and their families. One is the secondary victimization issues, where there's a prolonged judicial processes that causes psychological distress, trauma, and anxiety for child victims. Educational disruption, where frequent court attendance and emotional distress leads to disruption in children's schooling. Then we look at the cycle of impunity, where people feel like nothing can be done about the case, so they don't. There's a weakening accountability system where people feel like they can still commit those offenses, or they can still continue to do the things that they are doing because the system is not offering them that kind of justice that they deserve.
Ekwa eye wonum ani suade hunu sa bribia mofrafa ahudie wonum beba ho ban me Child Rights International wonum anu di sema wode ekwa ma ban ne court no ne yete se owura woda wonum anu bright apia wode tudwan
wo ensamfu fro emuno Oswafo wono wohwe ensase ene efom agudie eso onumunyamfo Emmanuel ama Kofi Boa ɛde aban ani so ade hunu baako a ɛda na koma so pa aba abɔnten di hu dwuma enedua yi ɛwɔ enkrane ne mpɔtamu na dwumadie no ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ abra na openi a wɔno yɛde na to asoyɛ sɛ wɔnhwɛ yɛn nsase ɛna fe fom agudie so ekohia ɛyɛ eku ahodoɔ bi a wɔn ɛyɛ adwuma ɛde ma aban no wɔkyɛm sɛ wɔn dwumadi a wɔn edie no ɛyɛ dwuma so pa ebetumi aboa ama Ghana mpuntuo etumi aba entina ho akohia sɛ wɔn akɔbɛdie hu nsɛm deɛ wɔbɛtumi ahwɛ aboa na yɛfrɛ no ɛhyɛn wɔn anya ahodoɔ dodoɔ no a wɔbɛtumi ɛde di wɔn adwuma wɔ dwumadie no ase no asoyɛ no bi a wɔn anya ɛhyɛn no bi ɛyɛ Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, the Nuclear Regulatory Authority, the National Biosafety Authority, NFA, E-Waste Fund, wei enyumekuo ahodoa aban akoma womo ehyen se womu dwumedi ahodoɔ ni na wodie no wontumi mfendi sɛ de bɛyɛ ɛbɛboa ama wɔn dwumedi a wodie no wɔn ho ahenha wɔn ɔsoafo a wɔhwɛ fom agudie nsase ɛsoɔ onimunyamfo Emmanuel ni amakofi boa ɛde nsɛm kakra ɛtudwa
We want to take the opportunity to thank His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, his government. This underscores the commitment of government to innovation, science, technology, and research, because these are what the agencies that are benefiting from these vehicles do. And we believe that as part of resetting this ministry and Ghana, we need to give these institutions the tools they need. And so I will be presenting this morning to the CSIR, GAEC, E-Waste, and the MBA on behalf of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama.
Also for share a former good so any nsase so onimunyamfo Emmanuel Amakofi Boane eni etie no
Yawo sasem ya mu na Otumfo Samuel B Dampare wono ewo Ghana Atomic Energy Commission wono ehyan awodo aban ede abedum wonom na eboa ama watumi abo adwumasono abo oman Ghana no na wono nso ede to aso se ahyan betumi aboa wono pa efrise wonwuma mu no ebi wo eso omofofofofra ahyan awodo kokọ miamia nya da bia na sese wonom etena office na sabio woka won na nto so wotu anamo si abonte na afi wokọ nwuma awodo nyina so na wokohwe nea ekro na nyina nso ebehia ka na no na aban atumi atie wo sufra wode ehyan awodo ede abema wo mu na ehyan wonsa kan wo hyebo se wo betumi agina na afi wode abo adwuma na de ntia aban de ehyan aba abedum wo mu no wo mu atumi aboa amanabem yekọ okunini Dampare ho na afi bra ne nsa ka ahyan no nsam wode tudwa no yakotie
studies, environmental protection, agriculture, food and nutrition, biotechnology, biosafety, medical sciences and health physics, materials research, e-waste, and space science. Reliable operational support is not a convenience, but a necessity. Our work extends well beyond laboratories and offices into communities, field sites, remote terrains, and project locations across the country. The nature of our field and trekking assignments therefore demands transportation that is dependable, safe, and efficient in order to ensure the effective delivery of our mandate. The vehicular deficit we have experienced has at times constrained the pace and reach of our work. Today's handing over ceremony marks a significant turning point. These vehicles will greatly enhance our capacity to carry out research, field research, support national development priorities, and respond more effectively to emerging scientific and technological needs.
Adventist World
On behalf
Radio,
of all the
Kumasi,
beneficiary institutions,
the voice of hope.
Otumfo Samuel B Dampare ono ewo Ghana Atomic Energy Commission na ahyan awodo aban ede bedum wo mu no gina ne nuanom ene nwuma awodo na na mu di aseda piesie ema no
Jumedie kese akoso ewo Ghana maimu nini na eye ebibiman womu ehwese wobehwe ama enkwada eduane a ekọ womu mu na womu benya hoɔden no wobenya ebiedie de yetai eka ne se sakwada nya eduane papa ndia na malnutrition no abane no na the Africa Regional Collaborative for Agriculture, Nutrition and Health womu etwanitia no ARC mpenifo ebe pie mu ewo oman Ghana mu na wo ba ye no de atudwa ekirem se ewo se bibiman ye ma yeni ebrepa se ye nkwada no wo mu aduane die mu ne behia yen sanse akwada nya aduane pa endia na pomuden ensem so eho ebetochema na se eho etochema nso dia na ekofa yare no eba na wofo ebre no aban no so bebre sanse aban en wo se okope enura hodo ede eba jumedie ekoso ewo University of Ghana Legon ena abemfo ahodo ebepie mu ewo jumedie no ase obemfo emosla ono editudwa ekiremu se bibiman ni na kan ho bom niema enkwada pomudin ehia yen a yebe premier ne pa ede ama wo mo se de be ya enkofa yade bia emfa emba wo jumedie no ase no obemfo emosla enye ono nko a ena wo bepie mu wono ukopiem ewo Ghana ye university anasesupon wo enkran Michelle Gona ene wakwadare ewo enuanisem mu ene nipa eho na makwa no mfaso a eduane ede ebre no na wone mame ni ma lungingira ena womo ede dwumadie echehye so eboa yese wobehwe aboa ama ebibiman ni na ehunhia se enkwada ebenya eduane pa edie wo dwumadie no ase no empanifoi ede enchiremu emaye.
This is a historic moment in my view, and I do believe in the view of most of the people around here. What we have launched is a platform that aims to connect the dots from evidence to policy to action. It is a node of the ANA Academic Science Policy Platform, specifically focusing on Africa. So Africa Regional Collaborative for Agricultural, Nutrition and Health. This is a platform that seeks to do a number of things, including alignment. The ARC believes that food system transformation, which is exceedingly critical, shouldn't just be about producing more food. It should be about aligning nutrition to agri to health.
We all know that academic institutions produce data, produce knowledge, right? And oftentimes that knowledge remains amongst their own kind of community. But when we're talking about accelerating Africa's food system, transforming Africa's food system, it's important for that knowledge to be translated into tangible policy action. And for
uko ekopiem ewo dwumedia ekoso ewo Ghana ha enkran empenifo womo aben ewo kuayem ene eduane ekọ nipa everyday mo ebeboa ma na etumpon nima lugangira ena afi emosla ene etese wodi nkyeremu ma ese hia pa se bibifo yen aye bedua yenuane na ama apomudin ejinapi
ye won krapumpuni mantam ne dan ye ho de ani akyeremu ewo tema na ECG ne fa water ma honom no panimpa wada wonoma no mekire ECG Regional General Manager Ora Emmanuel Ankoma wode nsama tudwa sabosumi nsiantamuni eye wonom transformers ma akoma akonwotwe ena nipa bonfo bi atimi afa kwati kwan so na wabasisa ede afri wonom ewo na nyase wonom esesa mpo so wo hwe kwan a wonom fa so na wires nhoma ya aluminium ne copper ne niam bia bata transformer no wa yetimi atwetwa na nya sabio nipa hunu bi na emum obi a wonim de ewo anyina manhode mu nsemu anase saa neoma yi mu na atumi adi animu a wonom atumi abetwetwetwa ehoma homan na wo hwe transformer ne ba ko bia ne bo no anase ne capacity na 200 kVA transformer ne capacity no na ba ko bia ebo sid no empemo ahanu 200,000 Ghana cedis na ensia na wonom awia enti wukeka bomu abosumi nsia ntamuni no million no ba ko akiripo nsia na Ghana yatumi ahwere ewo oman Ghana mu na wode kwa ama yenyina se yenyina yema yani na ho yie papa ye montam ya mantam ne ya mpatam wo ho na wusi obi ekoba anadwo a pekwati kwan bi so na afetete nipa kro na ansamone a wodi no watumi atabiri no na ase wabo aposifo asutre ama wonom so atu anamompa afe nso yenyina nso yenye ahweyie na afe no ya centers ahodo anase mia ahodo a transformers ni bi esisi no se bibi enkoye wo ho a ma ho nya ha na ECG asoye bi abenwo no watumi akwakobo wonom amane no watumi agina niema weso asom yenyina asom patitiriw ebra kane bobo nani wasabre mu ye free enkran pumpuni mantam ne mu na ye de ani akyerem ewo mfimfin mantam mu enra wo ye kase ebomu ene ye de betu manim se ene eyade a Abigail Pokua wo kwa akowo ayaresa bia wo ho no de nebusua de betu abonten aka kummu amote no kokrenum se wo mu ka se wo mu nua ba no wo mu ama ne mpa amananda so no ansemi abede dwa ewo Ghana maimu na eno na wukopie mu ewo kasoa ene ne mpotemu mensini ni na openi a wono eda ayarehwe ede ayaresa ensem ano ewo mensini mu openi Steven Yado ede atudwa kirem se Ghana fo monka makoma entom yem asem we enya de wo bema no akwakoda din da bi kwan bia ene bibia wose ni tumi mu bia woye na enhwehwemu ekoso no wohu de ekote bayira homemu a ama na ntumi ambo akese na womo ewo ayaresa bia wose wohwe oba pemfo ma ne babi ma ne da na sabio wotumi kwa wo so fa no ho fa ne ba womo eye nhwehan ema ensembone ekoso obai watu anananom ewo nsedo ne bani nina ene na enya de wo betena ho ama sansemu etumi atoaso ne nkasa mu no de atudwa kiremu se wei wo mu ba beti bedwakuo we nya konumti we de committee papa wo mu be ye nhwehwemu se de be ya wo behu nipa ebebu abono de na wo se wo ye adwuma ema wo bayi na wo mu no wotumi ewo fa no ho fa ne ba wanya akofa sa oyeni diaba no wode asotwe ama no ebra mensin krachi penia wo no ewo ewutu senya eye epueye afemu no wo kasa no ye twen kakra edigu mfidie so a ye kotie ni nsem ni bia ode etudwa.
Thank you very much. So first of all, I would like to say that let's all be calm. It's unfortunate that we should have a maternal mortality. The service sees maternal mortality as a very, very serious issue. Indeed, our regional director, Dr. Alberta Brichum-Yako, since her assumption of office, had made it clear that we will do everything that it takes to make sure that women who go to deliver do not die and return to their families. And so I have absolute confidence that the team that has been set up, this team is made up of consultant obstetrician, gynecologists, senior midwives. There's a legal person there and other people who we believe that will come and support us to investigate the outcome or whatever happened at mother and child. So we believe that we will definitely get to the bottom of this issue. And
Abai krachi penia wono ewo kaso ne impotemu Stanley Yado ene yete se wode bohye kwame busuan wo mo ahwere wo mo de hye se nhwehwemu ebekoso.
Jeffrey Kasu Abedi Achrebu Ewo Atoye Mantem na Sabre Atoye Mantem Swafo Onyonyamfo Joseph Nelson Sabe ni kokwa pai na opani echremu onim se galamse no sabio ekwaso na wonim se nipa bi betimi anya kokodre mu odu na miamia hodo titiri ba bia suku bi ewo no wonum atumi akwaye galamse wo na bia hodo a wonum akwaye galamse nam so ma Mantem Swafo nebo afuye pa no eye suku efre no New Cooperative Academy School wo wasa amanfi mensini mu enu nti oswafo yi asha bankra chepani se animu yada wansesa ne nkuku ne nkaka na kwan obafa so ama empanimfo wo mensini mu edi mfidie mintiminim akọ na amena befo a wonum atu eda New Cooperative Academy School achi enam galamse nti no wonko kata ni nyina so ansana akofa oyenebi ede aba yakọ Mantem Swafo Owura Joseph Nelson nansem no wachire mu amaye.
This activity happened some 2 years ago, 2024 November, and the media house captured it. It's now gone viral, and it appears that this is something that is current. It's not. And so the school is safe, the kids here are safe, and we're giving them every assurance that should anybody reappear to do anything like that, they should call the police and let the police take action. I also want to send a very strong message to all those who were into similar activities that they are not going to have their peace. I've made some observations, but I will have a meeting after here with the MC and of course the commander, so that going forward we should see some more action. We are relieved that this thing that we've seen going around, it's not something current, something that has been happening over the last year that we've been in office. But it's still a concern to me that a mining company, whether legal or illegal, will operate as close as this to any settlement. And so, even though currently there are no activities there, I've directed that the gaping hole that has been left there be filled immediately. And so the district commander together with the MC are going to ensure that whoever did this is found, brought to site, and made to correct this problem that had been created behind this school.
Atoye Mantem Swafo Onyonyamfo Joseph Nelson ne na yakote aban.
Ye free Atoye Mantem no mu na ye de ani apiem ewo Asante Mantem mu na wo be piem ewo Asante Mantem mu a otitreni edema Ghana National Association of Teachers Prosper Techi ene papa no ne kokwa pai ni nina ne se wosusu se said ye akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ɛwɔ hanom no enkonkan ene obi wanse yese kyerɛkyerɛ ni kura de ni sika entumi ntoshu kura o kyerɛ mu a esan se yemfa akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ wo mu haw enye Ghana ye nina ye hawnti no ene said ye obi bɛka asɛm de afa kyerɛkyerɛ ni hu no wo ye bɛma na wo kɔkyerɛ obi hu anigye kura se wo ye kyerɛkyerɛ ni apɛ wasi usika de entumi enhwɛme no kyem se sika ya yetwa si yede ebehwe akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ na aboa ama basic schools ahodoɔ no yetumi apagya wɔn mu adesua mu na akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ nso ɛho ahenhan wɔn no kwan wɔn mu fa so edi sika ne ba no wɔn wɔnti ase wɔkyerɛ mu a emboa koraa emma empuntuo entumi emba basic schools ahodoɔ ɛna afei akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no nso abrabom wɔde nsɛm to dwa ɛwɔ abra Womu eko enhyemudie kese ewo egiso abankro en wochim se ewo se aban hunu se womu ekyade wo enkwada mu no womu na ebre pa adeso ani na esi womu tri so entisika bia womu behia bia no wonfa mbedum womu na mboa ema nkwada no so wontumi ntete womu yie Owura Prosper Techi edensem etudwa.
Council again has observed with great concern the inadequate budgetary allocation to the basic education level within the Ministry of Education. The truth is that in the year 2026, only 990,500,000 100,000 Ghana cedis. I'm picking the figure again. In the year 2026, that is this year, if you look at the budgetary allocation to the Ministry of Education, only 990 million Ghana cedis, 990 million 500 Ghana cedis, representing 9.31% of the entire education budget, was allocated to the basic education. And we think this is woefully inadequate, in as much as we are concentrating on the senior high schools, which we applaud government for. We think that it is time to shift its attention to the basic schools. At least that is the foundation, and we need to lay a good foundation for the future, or for the senior high schools. And that is why we are calling on government that it is obvious that quality public education is not possible without adequate funding. Hence, Council urgently calls on government to increase the allocation to the basic level and the institutions of a dedicated fund for public basic education.
Opening Prosper Techiwe no to aso se empempi no ema wo mu ye akyerɛkyerɛfo no ase yesisi wo mu ni nane se dear friend say maternity leave say oba wakɔ awo so na ye bema na bre ese wo mfantene fie no bonsi akofa boso memiensa eno nefu amakomako ediokron 90 days emboa wose ye yesa na wo ba no na ho odin kura no enkonkan na wasan aba be ye adwuma wo chem se we nina no e wo se ensakraye tumi bem yenti eno nso nsema ode tu dwafa
from a convention by the International Labour Organization, which has indicated that various unions should call for the extension to 4 months. Number two, we have a peculiar situation within the Ghana Education Service. And what am I saying? Women, mothers, are not supposed to present their case at work. You will agree with me that by 3 months, the child will not be matured enough to hand him or her to even a nanny. And that is the reason why we are requesting that if the rule be that teachers are not to present their case, children at work, then let's extend the 3 to 4 months at least, so that they will have enough time to nurture the newly born baby before coming back to attend to the case in school.
Opening Prosper Techiwe no se di twato ene se wo hwa wo mo akosuku akoje enwomesuamu ntete pa wo mo ebro eye empem oha na pa se empem nson pe ene ye fa wo mo se wo mbewura adekire dwumanum ne de aban san brabium eno nso ne nkyiremu de emayeni.
Association has taken note of the decision by government to recruit over 7,000 teachers, as against the over 100,000 qualified teachers from the colleges of education and other tertiary institutions. This is not only disturbing but unfortunate in the light of the promise made by the ministry or the Minister for Finance during the 2025 base pay negotiations, and the promise was to recruit more workers, which includes teachers, into the public sector. In view of the threat of unemployment to the national security, the National Council of the Ghana National Association of Teachers demands an astronomical increase in the number to be recruited, and also calls on government to ensure that those who completed their training earlier get the opportunity before those who completed later.
Openi awoba asante manta muhanumu akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ wo mu koni na ɔyɛ penida wo ma no Prosper Techi eno de nsɛm atoyeni.
na ye to aso afri ho de ani akyeremu ewo asante achem na ye ko asante achem mo so ani opani bi ni ho aka adwamu pa ye ni din ani David Bobie Peter ani asori ye Pentecost opani ye se wo bone ho modern papa pa ye na ni din abepie mu eye se galamse o my Ghana ye nyina ya hye se ye hwe ama galamse no ye gyan no opani de enya de a wono wote ne ho aseda na obi beka se ye de na asori din bebem na ye nim se bi asabe wo ye pani na ewa asori ni mu na wonim dinim nyame asam na woje odomankoma bobre di no anka wo beboa ama galamse no wonum akona ato na ye name o se ye National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat wonum adwuma wose obebo aboama galamse no ho abansem anase akofom ene omobo anan de wonum ani kyeremu ewo achem emo so suo bi efe no kume abenja so eho ena wonum kwache opani na wonum bo piri opani ebisa no nia oye enam se no manya ne ntie nti opani yi ano se ebuo na afo bi ena ewo na ja wo fasika na se wo kom akwakohwe nia ekoso wo empanifo ibo no anu ohun se sabio ani ayentete se wagitum se ene ye beka ne se o ye forman galamse ekoso wo nyina no no na eda no a wo hwe se bibia ebekoso pepepe ne no ene ne omudi ni muti ka chanse wo a wo ye pani anase wonim de no eni kwan se odomankoma bobre ene nyankopon ne oma ode agya no wudi animu na yesai no na wo mo fa so agige nneoma ahodo pi ne a wo mo giye no bi aye chamfan mako enwotwe ena machine ahodo a ya no mo huru sika no bi wo so no enan afa nso pump water nasa water pump machine nso omuje mako edumienu ena excavator bi o wonum edikosie ekokofo bi mu no womu adwuma bomu no womu tumi kwagye ya ni nyina mu womu sisi sane esesa wonum ediko abamu na opani sabra ya kasa de no ama posifo a wonum ewo kononwu a ogusu eye nhwehwemu sade nti a wono edi animu na galamse a yabra wo man Ghana mu no wono de wose onyante
ye free asante mantam yimu na ye de ani akyerem ewo fraw mantam no mu na ye kopiem ewo fraw mantam mu dia wo mo Ghana ha yapa wo mo se wonhwe se obi betumi aba Ghana ha na obenya enkrata asem bibia betuto mu ansa no waba na Ghana ni bi nso ekọ baabi a wono nso etumi ne nkrata asem bibia ebetuto mu ansa no wakono wo mu peni ono ewo fraw mantam no mu mekire Volta Regional Commander of the Ghana Immigration Service openi Peter Yao Nkrumah edi atudwa ekire mu se ene sese nyankran ene kumase nko ena abehu nkofo wo mo nenam kwan ho a wonye Ghana fo se bi mu ho a Sophie ene aso a wode egu wo mo kon ho no ase wo kopa adwuma ye wo hia wa anadwo a wo mu de bedu bone age hu sika nina enam so ema okopiem ewo from mantamu a immigration service mpenufo kyerem se waba wo mo homoden achi nipa mako eduonu a wo mo nkrata asem ema won ho kwan se wobtumi etna wo man Ghana mu eye adwuma didi egu wo mu furu so eka eo edigu so na eno ena openi Peter Yao Nkrumah de atudwa kyerem se sa nipa wo kyere wo mu no dodo no a efi Nigeria Togo ena Cote d'Ivoire na kyese wo mo a wone Ghana ye bo hye ena afa hia ye nuanom alata yafo ena aba bewre mu wode atudwa kyerem se sa de we wo besore akun etia openi Peter Yao Nkrumah edinsem kakra etu edwa.
Group of people you see over here are travelers. Some are from northern Nigeria, some are from Burkina Faso, some are from Niger. Their accounts are conflicting. Some say they are going to Medina, some too say they are going to Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan. So right now we don't know where they are going. If they are going to Abidjan, we believe that the best way from Aplau is through Sogankope. But these people were intercepted at Asikuma. And since the stories are not the same, we believe that they are not telling us the right stories. They are not even having any good documents to come and show us that they are traveling from here to here.
Woko fra mantam no mu peni a wono eda immigration dwumakuo no ano Peter Yaw enkromane ene ekotie no.
Ye free fra mantam adane ye ho de ani akere oti mantam no mu aban krache pani a wo krache ntumuru sabre wode akwama posifo se wobesere animu ya nipa bonfo bi anase musu manso bi eda wo na enam so ama sabre nipa bi ato nananom wonse do ewo mu no onom enye enhwehwemu emfa ho animu ya na sa atoye ncha anase menteme wase anantokwai kosi ewo beposo enam so ema nipa baako afamu ewu na ne nyina eye konkoma abusua mienu a wosusu senta wanta wadie bi ewo wonum ntam atena waache na sabe akwakoya se border so je wo ana emframa afamu ama na de kakra nam so ama wonum de abo ani enam so ama enipa baako ato anananum wonse do enti owura Martin anato wono na ye aban krachi pani wosre se sa bredi ne mpatam wana sa ne mansini mu no esese asomdwe ba na ne nyina no ebe free aposifo na afi na nanum atena nkonya ene temamufo se wo mo bete wo mo wase na wo maboa ama asomdwe nso atena se ewo ho.
Etiefo ha eye Adventist World Radio Kumase 97.7 FM so yejina ensem wesu efi otimantam no mu ebaye na yadane ye ho enitete beye edu yebesan ato akase no eso.
Adventist World Radio, Kumasi, the voice of hope.
Yeda etiefo ase semwefidie no dasoda Adventist World Radio Kumasi 97.7 FM so. Yetwa kase no eso yedemu kopiem ewo etifido epuye mantam no emu. Emebuna wo ho ekiremu se ade bi koso ewo Ghana manmu a enyadia wo mani age hu ninina ene se boko entokwaye peja no homene so ema santimenwura Otumfo se Tutu abebio edina no tumu ema aban ede ne nsahya ase se di Otumfo aka no ene eno ano no ene enyadia wo besan achi asem no ebiom na no ena emebunu no bi ede atudwa echem se wo mo hene na Alhaji Sedu Abagri ebe pemene enyade yede no eba enkranu yeja na manetumi aba no kromu ho eno enam so ema emebunu no ekiremu se wo hwa na achese kusasifo no wo mo ena akire papai ena wode no ho aba enkran enei yetumi edinesi a yenjai no ema no emba enti sese pade wo mo di tudwa se wo mo mpene toto empene no a enimanimu ya no aban nim de yema no a wonjai wo mo hene na Alhaji Sedu Abagri na wonsan embra etifido epoye mantam no emu wo mo nsema wode etudwa no yede kakra egu efidie so.
People wait them there on top of the highway, wait them there, shot people, go and arrest that people. How come the Kusasi people will use a gun and shot a military escort? Nothing will happen. Why? If not because of politics. You are ashamed for yourself, NDC government. I swear to God.
Emebuna wamo efa wosusu se debi aban esisi wamo ewo boko entokwa no emu no ene wode atudwa se nimanimu ya aban hwe na wonja wamo hene na Alhaji Sedu Abagri ema wamo.
Jeko savana mantam nimu na posifo etumi ma won mu homne so wo dwumadie mu anam so ama akro no bobi ananka ekoso ewo bupe wono entumi ama so nanam so ama won so atumi achi enipa mienu bi a wosusu se akro no ba ananka ekoso wo kan hom ama ebi nso atoa mu afa anase binum nso afri atiasefo asasi so na amanebo kire mu ene okwa yape ene tamale kwantempo no so achase akro no bota akoso peye akontufo won mo ekọ ene won mo eba na no ena posifo ye wo ma adwene se ene hwiebe won mo de bebo ani na de besi asi na aposifo no adwumadie ne won dwuma pa wo bo ye nti ena won mo tumi di akonferenfo su enkunimu anipa mienu ato anananom ewo ensiedo ewo ho amanebo ekọ so efa saa no man hu anasa akro no bo ekọ so yi hu no ye ekọ ahoma so anasa ye ekọ na yakotie ensem bi afa ehu.
The Ghana Police Service has foiled an attempted robbery at Bupe in the Savannah region and arrested 2 suspects following a series of intelligence-led operations. On 26 April 2026, a patrol team on duty along the Yape Tamale Road encountered 3 armed men who opened fire on an armored police vehicle. The team returned fire, forcing the suspects to flee into the bush. A locally manufactured firearm and an empty cartridge were retrieved from the scene. Subsequent intelligence-led operation led to the arrest of 2 suspects. They are Osman Abdullahi, also known as Landan, and Umar Seidu at Tamale on 27th April 2026. During interrogation, the suspects admitted they were on their way to carry out a robbery at Yape, but were forced to abort the plan after being involved in a motor accident. They further confessed to their involvement in the earlier attack on the police patrol team and named their accomplices as Babuga, Kilo, and Malmi. The suspects later led police to a location along the Yape-Salaga road where a single-barrel shotgun with a shortened barrel and 5 rounds of ammunition were retrieved. In a follow-up operation on 29th April 2026, police acted on information from suspect Osman Abdullahi to get the remaining suspects of the gang at Bupe.
Eni ayekotie ye FDCOP Peter Baba Atianak wono na ye call Savannah Mantema woda aposifo ano.
Ye de ani kirem ewo amanone na ye kwakopiem ewo Ghana ekura woni yen ebo hye ewo etifido mekire Burkina Faso manmu ene na watwi mu na abetodwa se wokopiem ewo Mali kura dia wo mu defense military personnel penia wono ehwe ema wobo ekiri dom edema Mali oman ni nina no ene France asojafo ene nipa bonfo bia kan wo mu ho eme agene nkwa efiri ni nsem na eno ene beto dwase ene wo mu a edi sa adwuma yi wo mu aye wo mu adwen se wo mu fi Mali pe wode weni be kirem ewo Burkina Faso eno ena Burkina Faso aban ede aba bontin kirem se ene sesei no wo mu emia ban bonsem mu wo mfi Burkina man mu na wo ba bedi dwakora hwe ho yie esan se ban bonsem no wo mu emiem wo mu mpese de ato Malifo no ebi ebeto wo mu wo ho a wode kokobo ekwama wo bi a wo pese wo ba Burkina man mu bia se wo ba na wa ya hwe yie esan se wo ba ni ebisa wo nsem bi ni wo nya nsem papa bi anka ene de ka e oputo kasem se wo ye spy na hye se yasoma wo sefu ani betete ho na hwe se Burkina fo wo mu ada na anase wo mu ni eguso se de be ya wo betumi abma enkofo tip off na wo mu aba abeto ahye wo mu so ene wo kire wo a etio ten ena wo bedie wo hwe na ho mmobọ nso de ene wo do be kwa kwhye wo mu efrase a wo de kokobo ekwama wo bia enam so ma AWR Kumasi 97.7 ya fatu ya ho so se Ghana fo amu ye dwadifo a mu ko Burkina no mo kwa na mahwe se bambo nsem ebegina pi na de si ye emiriti we bia betwa mu ekọ no ansan ankosi ebiem.
Yefri wadi ani akyeremu ewo Blvd Sir Urge eno ewo France mechira Paris na sabrede aha nke beka ne se mate ya wasua ehye no kananka wo ya pon ho na ne drop ani ede ka ma no se ne won konkwahwe se de osua ne wo ho a na wono eguso na afi wo hwe ka ne se practical training no city ano ane agye ne nsam enam so amaka na ehye na wo twi sabre no ekopem ehye from enam so ne ehwiri no ekoto subonka bi mu ane ne tiri ene yeye enipa nan na tishen ni mu ena wono mefa ne sa nke beka se mate ni ena drop ani ankasa na wo tishen ni mu ehwe se obetumi atwi ehye ne kama na dumja adwuma ekuo ne aposifo no nipa wono mu nimu de efa nkwanhia ho ma ho ye ha ekoyi sa nipa nyina twedi ampo nyankopon ya adum emu bia ni wa woto anananom ewo ensiedu wei eye asam a asi ewo Blvd Sir Urge eno ewo France abrochimemu
Kasienu esi etiefo enseme mu akotini ebi enese Mampeni John Dramani Mahama ediatudwa se akosomo eja eto ho no mama enyinam kanea ho nsem ayediama yen no akwanya si ebehu kwan foforo befa so a yebenya nkanea ewo man mu Ochrochofo awono ewo Teachers and Educational Workers Union tewu ode akwa ma aban se wosere wonum entrase wonum tena efa wakatua won sensem ne nuoma bi aban ne gitumu no wobesere se aban no wonfa enya adwuma ema won Openia Ghana Education Service woda ano Openi NS Kofi Davis ediatudwa se akyerɛkyerɛfo vigilators ahodo a afra se Womo mankwada tu apono wo bia ensi ho afi
ya kwankran pumpuni mantemu ko hu se ECG won transformers no akoma enwotwe na bosumi nsi antem no akromfo atumi awia
ye die ni kyeremu ewa asante mantam yi emu ene eba no akyerɛkyerɛfo a womo ewa asante mantam peni a woda womo no prosper techi edia tudwa se abatan ema womo ebre enti womo wa yentwim said ye beye wo betene fie bosome nan de konum so ansa wasan abadwuma
Jeko savana mantem ko hu sa posifo ho bo hu modern makro no bobi ananka ekoso ewo obupe no wotumi si ano nam so ama woche mu emienu ama mienu nso ato anananom ewo nsiedu
Burkina ban ede aba bonten sesese bambonsem wamiem esansencheye ena ntokwa bi a ehu apagya ewo maliman no emu
Nipa bia na wo sua ehyen ka na ebraso set wo yiyi ne nsa no se wono nso bewe se wonim ehyen ne ka no sabrede ne city ano ene agye ne nsam emekobo ka bi mu emehwiri ka no ne nipa wo mu nyina ekoto enso bi mu ewo France abochimemu
wei ene ensenkaye bi ena ene yawada enwumre Oforisi obosome de toso eduasan wa fimpinu eni eduonu ensia mu no yede ebesom se no nsia kaseye ewo Adventist World Radio Kumase 97.7 FM so kaseye nana yao preko ede yeko Facebook DJ Collins enso ene chinchin fidie nu mfruma ede ema yen ena afe nso oko AWR Kumase .com nso a eyade a aki na wono ena ehwe ema bibia konkan Radio Garden no ewo Play Store ene App Store ne so wotwen ede tu telephone ne so a wonsa bekan yen sanso ena AWR Kumasi app no so wonsa ebekan yen ewo so enwumrei ene amote ye se de kasie ebeson mo no eye me ni ansa mensa Derand mene
abena adomako redu
yemamumo enitia adeshe